I'm married to the truth. I'm married to the truth.
Good morning, Vietnam. Hey, let's get ready to rumble.
Right now.
Good morning and welcome to Let the Truth Be Told. Folks, it's an honor and pleasure to be here today. We got a great show coming at you. We're going to talk about curtailing the violence in the city of Chicago. We got a new host coming in, Tyrone Muhammad, is going to start working the show, as well as another partner of mine I'm going to try to pull in as a co-host. So we're going to talk about what we need to do to uplift the Black community, things that we need to worry about, and actions that we need to take. You ain't got nothing to do, call a friend and let them know. You're listening to IntellectualRadio.com. I'm your host, David L. Lowry Jr., and the show is Let the Truth Be Told. Let the truth be told. I would rather for you to hurt me with the truth than comfort me with a lie. See you in a second.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Come on. JJ on the track. It's your boy Preacher. Yeah.
Truth.
Come on.
Truth.
I'm married to the truth. I'm married to the truth. I'm married to the truth. Yeah. I'm married to the truth. I'm married to the truth. Come on.
And welcome back. You're listening to IntellectualRadio.com. I'm your host, David L. Lowry Jr., and the show is Let the Truth Be Told. First, I want to give all praises to Yah, and I also want to give praises to my Lord and Savior, Yahshua, for making it possible for me to be here today. Now, if you don't know who Yah is, that means God, and Yahshua is Jesus Christ. But see, the name of the show is Let the Truth Be Told. And I myself have always said God, and I've always said Jesus, but that was the name that the Greeks gave them because there was no J's in the alphabet.
That's right.
So from Africa was Islam, and so that was our natural religion that we were supposed to get on with. But I want to welcome our listeners. And first, I want to take a little time out to set the stage. On the way here, I was listening to a group called War, slipping into the darkness. But first, let me do this. Let me introduce my guest. To my right, I have a brother here who have been on the front line with me for some years, and it seems like he's been under attack. I've been under attack, and let me tell you, anybody that's trying to tell the truth, that's trying to do the right thing, will come under attack by the enemy. It ain't got to be white folks.
That's right.
It can be some people that look like us. So I'm proud to have Brother Carlos Massey in the studio with me. Thank you, and welcome to Let the Truth Be Told, brother. I want to give you
My name is Cash Ron Tyler.
Man, I love that cash money. So, welcome to Let the Truth Be Told.
Hey, thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah, speaking of
Thank you very much.
Okay. Now let's get started. I'm going to lay the groundwork. I have known about this struggle a long time. My grandmother was an alderwoman in the 16th ward.
Mm-hmm.
Coming up as alderman kids, we was privy to a lot of things. Our parents taught us about being Black. They taught us about economics.
Right.
Because I grew up on a farm until I was 8 years old, so I already knew the agricultural side, picking and chopping cotton.
Right. How to survive.
But when I came to Chicago, I did not know, or did I have the consciousness of being Black. And so common sense came to play. Because, see, our parents knew that they wasn't going to be with us forever. They knew that they had to pass traditions and values to us so that we could continue to struggle to help bring equality and free Black people. So when my generation stepped through the door, We didn't ask them to open the door. We kicked the door open and says, we're not going to tolerate any more of this discrimination.
Right.
We're not going to tolerate any more of this police brutality. We're not going to tolerate us not being able to get jobs because we're going to create our own wealth. My generation was the generation that was most feared by this government and white people. But they tricked us.
Yes, they did.
They tricked us and they said, you know what? We want y'all. They got so worried. I'm gonna come here, but I'm setting the tone for the millenniums. Because see, the millenniums do not know what happened and how we got here. Our millenniums know something is wrong, but they don't know how to fix it. And it's our time to get them to understand how we gonna fix this, okay? And so as time went on, the generation that we fought for to say, you know what? We want our children to get a college education. Right. And the white man was right there. He goes, yeah, we'll let them come to the white schools. We got admissions to white schools. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Oh, yeah, we'll let them move out because we don't want this generation of that have knowledge and wisdom. We don't want them to continue to fight. So we're going to make them think that we're going to give their children success by going to college. But at the same time,
the curriculum,
we're going to teach them on how to be white. We're going to teach them on how they can't come back to the black community. And we're going to poison them. And so we're going to capture them psychologically in the mind. They're not going to know about a Bobby Seale. They ain't going to know about the New Panther Party. They ain't gonna know about GDs and Viceroys and Stones. It's the army of the black community. They're not gonna know nothing about those things because the white teaching has taught them to hate the men that allowed them to go to college.
Right.
And so here we are right now. Y'all brothers and sisters better open your eyes up to what I'm saying because it's gonna be too late in a while. We've lost 3 generations of black leaders that could have been leaders, but scared to be leaders because they kissing off the white man's high intent.
The soldiers.
We must recognize that this has already been admitted up to. Mass incarceration, the apology for mass incarceration. What did it do? It took the leadership and put them in the jail. What did it do? They took the laws and changed the laws.
Yes.
What they could incarcerate us, take us out of the family structure, leave these kids out here and what have you, lost in the dark. You look at the Black Panther parties. We were strong. Yep. They killed them. They killed them and got caught killing them. These cover-ups, the media's all played into this. Right now, it's if you look at the fact of the matter of the even so much as the return to guns policies. Everything is done in an orderly fashion. They playing chess, not checkers. They get you to give up your guns at first. Now they want to change the laws and what have you with the new media drive to get you to spook you into passing bills just like they did with the crack laws.
Man,
for mass incarceration. We fell for that once.
Well, you know, and the sad thing about that is, now see, this is where black people, I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Listen to me closely. This is where black people got fooled. Black people voted Bill Clinton in. Bill Clinton was the author of mass incarceration.
Yes,
he was the author of the failed NAFTA group.
On drugs.
He was the one that made sure it was 3 strikes you was out.
That's right.
This was the Democratic Party that all y'all voted for, that y'all ran to.
Ticketed in March.
Bill Clinton was the one who helped complete and initiate the destruction of the black family.
That's right. And the media pumped it out there to even get our own elders, they fell for a hook, line, and sinker and went right there marching for these bills, just like they're trying to do with this gun violence and this agenda, which if you open your eyes, wait a damn minute, wait a minute. This ain't all us.
No.
This ain't all us. Do not be fooled. This is not all us. Although we got to stop it with these cliques.
Yep.
Cause these cliques, you not fitting to go in the county. You are not fitting to go to the joint talking about these cliques. You gonna get in where you fit in.
Let me go ahead, brother. Go on, finish that.
And these cliques are in chaos. These guys that have been scared away need to come back, bring order out of chaos. Because we're not going to be able to stop these killings until we get some structure. Until we all stop these killings, we're going to be able to see who's doing it.
Well, and you know what, boy, you hitting the conversation that we gonna get into. But I want to say this: whatever clique that you claim.
Yeah, I'm talking about these block.
Now, let me tell y'all. Let me tell y'all about the block cliques. Y'all brothers finna listen to something that's gonna make you think for a minute, okay?
That's what they set it up for.
The block cliques has gotten away from the structure of the real street organizations and what they was meant for. When I grew up in Inglewood, I was proud to live in the GD neighborhood. I was proud that David Boxer, BDs, and all the rest of the brothers was there. Because when I moved into Inglewood, it was all white. And certain places we couldn't go to. And guess what? The white boys ran us down like dogs and jumped on us. So black people had to come together to protect the community. That's where the street organization came from.
Do you know the first gangs? Daily was in the gangs, was white.
But the Irishman.
Yes, the Irish first gangs was white.
Well, you know, you call it a gang. That's what when you say gang, it's a derogatory statement, and it make people think that hoodlums. Okay, the police department is a gang. Preachers in the church is a gang. People that belong to fraternities and sororities, that's a gang. Masons, that's a gang. All of it is a gang. But see how smart that the media is to your mind. They tell you that the only gangs is the black gangs. The black gangs destroying the community. They made a separation move from us. See, when I was at a meeting, we're gonna talk about the House of Hope. We're gonna talk about the pastors, what we're doing. But you know, I want to talk about what living and driving while black is doing. See, I told a brother today, I was in the gym. And he was sitting there, and I see this brother come in all the time. He got a little white girl or whatever the case may be. He was by himself today, right? And so I was telling him, I said, brother, he was talking about his job. He said, man, I'm in the IT. You don't see no black people there, and I'm having all these problems and stuff like that. So I sit down to the brother. I said, brother, what you need to do is take these steps. Well, I only got 7 years left and I can retire. So I'm not going to try to ripple the pond. I'm not going to say nothing. Then I said,
that's the problem.
Right? And I said to him,
therein lies the problem.
I said, that's the problem, brother.
Absolutely.
And he said, well, I need my job. I said, you need your manhood. You can always get another job.
That's right.
But can you get your manhood after you've been taken? Because see, white folks is good is telling you that, oh, we're going to do whatever we want to do to you. But guess what? You have to deal with us in this fashion. You have to go to the EEOC. And then maybe if they decide that they want to take this case, if we can't pay them off, then they're going to drag this case out so that we can eventually get out of the mess. And so anytime you have those procedures in place, and you don't step outside the box and say, guess what? It's not going to go like that this time. What we're going to do is we're going to get together and we're going to come to your building and we're going to walk out to your building and we're going to do traditional civil rights and we're going to stop your business.
Absolutely.
We're not going to let you continue you to do the things. Because see,
we haven't stood up. That's
that's
the bus.
That's the reason why my generation was so strong, was because we understood the march and the boycotts.
And the
you understand? We understood exactly. We understood exactly the road that we needed to take to make a difference.
And if I may interject, they never have to worry about whenever they mess up or whether or not they're going to ripple the pond, because when they do their dirt, the first thing they do is they resign. They still get their pension,
and they get their money and
everything.
But you know what? I'm so glad that my brother came in here. You know, I got.
What's up, bro?
You know what? First of all, let me say this to the listeners. Y'all need to understand that Intellectual Radio is the only radio station that will allow me to say and do the things that I do. I can't do this on the Maze Jackson show, that hand-picked Negro. He tricked people out thinking that he was about black people, but once he got his platform, what you gonna do for black people?
Right.
See, Intellectual Radio allow a platform for real black people to stand up and tell you the truth. And that's the name of my show, is Let the Truth. But I want to take a quick pause. I'm going to come back, and I'm going to bring my new co-host in. Boy, this brother's on fire, just like these brothers. And we're gonna start to chop it up. So, Earl, let's do what we need to do right quick. You're listening to IntellectualRadio.com.
Sure.
I'm your host, David L. Lowry Jr., and the show is Let the Truth Be Told. Let the truth be told. It'll move your soul. See you in a second.
Shut-town. Are you ready? Come on. JD on the track. It's your boy Preacher. Yeah. True. Come on. True. I'm married to truth. I'm married to the truth. I'm married to the truth. Yeah, I'm married to the truth. I'm married to the truth. Come on. I'm married to the truth. You're always there for me. And I know that you care for me. You're always down for me. You always there to be.
And welcome back. You're listening to IntellectualRadio.com. I'm your host, David L. Lowry. And in case y'all didn't know today, I'm in Fuego. Because you know what? Let me introduce my coach before I say the next thing. Welcome, Brother Muhammad. It's a pleasure to see you on the show, man.
Hey, man, thank you for having me, of course. And it's a pleasure being a part of the show. Look, man, Tyrone Muhammad, in case y'all don't know out there, ex-cons for Community and Social Change, ECCSC. One thing I've always tell people, when they ask you why you call it X, why you just don't call it something else like returning citizen. I said, first of all, y'all want me to lie.
Yep.
Y'all want me to not be transparent. First, it doesn't matter. See, although we say NAACP, you don't change that and say NAABC. We understand what colored people represented back then. Yes. So you don't see it as the name. You look at just ECCA. That's what I want ex-cons to be looked at. ECCSC. All you need to see is the work. You don't have to focus on the name, because the name is the truth anyway, because they don't on my release paper after serving 21 years in prison in a 9x12 cell for 21 years, and say convicted of. And even after you serve your time, you still convicted of.
Right.
So I'm never, my guys and the homies that I represent and the brothers incarcerated that I represent, they are convicts
Exactly.
to society. They're not, even after we pay our debt to society, quote, we never saw ourselves as citizens. So how can you return to something that you never saw yourself as?
But and while you're saying that, brother, this is so hot. Let me say this. I don't call, and you're right, ex-cons. But see, as an elder, I call y'all political prisoners.
About it.
Let's keep it real. What the real situation is.
I love the X because X represents unknown.
That's right. That's right.
And it also represents X of all that we have allowed ourselves to help destroy. I mean, we allowed our ignorance to help destroy our community with all these clan tribes and everything we have. Our elders dropped the ball on me. I dropped the ball on these shorties. So what I'm saying is, if these organizations was designed initially to be something of good, how do we allow the enemy to come in and infiltrate?
Brother Wade, if I may interject, we did not allow it. It's called FBI COINTEL.
That's what I'm saying.
This is them playing chess and us thinking checkers.
That's right.
Yeah.
And the thing,
and listen, intentionally or unintentionally, the result is still the same. Meaning that if I accidentally kicked your feet, or if I purposely kicked your feet, the result is your feet was kicked. But our response to what the FBI do is not to continue to perpetuate what they infiltrated. So it's got to be, if you kick my feet accidentally or on purpose, the response is on us. What you kick my feet for?
That's right.
Or I apologize. No problem, bro. I know you didn't mean to do. See, we react
emotional,
and so it don't matter who came in our neighborhood and did it.
What we allowed it. What we gonna do?
And after
and
we
what
know,
we gonna do?
We ain't done no better.
What we gonna do?
What we gonna do? This is I had Bobby Seale on my show.
Yes, sir.
That created the Black Panther Party with the other brother. You know, his birthday is the same day, October 22nd. Yeah. We 10 years apart, right? And so I had him on the show. See, I'm so glad. See, God know what He's doing. I've been having this fight a long time. I've been in this battle for over 25 years. When I was the age that these guys were, I was saying the same thing, and I was fighting the status quo. I was fighting Jesse. I was fighting Al. I was fighting the NAACP, a two-time president of the NAACP. I was beating white folks so hard, they had to tell Barack Obama to tell me to stop. Wow. And I told him to go to hell. I'm going to keep doing what I got to do. See, what we have to understand is this. Organizations like that was never meant to help Black people. No. They was always meant to keep us under control.
Not after they got government funded.
But see, they meant to start with good, because once they start, I love you and I love you. I invited you to that meeting. When you came out and you told the pastors, you said, y'all is the problem. Y'all the reason why we like this. Okay? These brothers asked me to bring them, and they came and told the truth. Right. And after they heard what they had to say, they was repeat at me. And I was like, for what? But I was so glad that we connected. Because see, we all in the war. Now, what God is bringing, He's separating the sheep from the goat.
Yeah.
He's saying to the pastors, and I love what you said this too. Listen, pastors, I'm going to drop this to you, whether you like me or not. Some of y'all ain't going to like what I'm about to say, but I'm going to say it anyway. Y'all sold us out.
Yeah.
Y'all drank the Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Y'all took the money.
Yeah.
That's right.
Y'all scared to stand up. Y'all talk about Jesus Christ did this, but y'all not acting like what Jesus did.
No.
Y'all get up on Sunday morning and y'all hooping and hollering and praying. And you're begging for money, and you slobbing at the mouth, and you tricking our women. You sleeping with them. Yeah. You keeping fathers out of the house. Yeah. You have become a parasite to the land. Yeah. But God is able to raise leaders up out of stone. And so you are wandering in the wilderness right now. And until your generation
these
down,
pastors,
they gonna either die off or we gonna kill them.
Go on and finish it.
I'm gonna just tell you that. Y'all see, this is what. Listen, man. I'm gonna just tell you like this. Real
crack a few eggs.
You are not gonna win a war and think there's not gonna be bloodshed.
There ain't no
The
other way.
system is so rooted in that one. See, we so silly and we so crazy.
Wake up, black people.
We think that when black men stand up, let me show you something.
Wake up, black people.
That's right.
With what I do and the type of feathers I ruffle, the FBI, CIA, and all of these individuals, police can roll up to me, snatch me up, take me away, or kill me. Because but reality is black folks don't understand the seriousness of their enslavement.
That's
man.
right, brother.
When you trying to raise yourself out of a condition that has systematically allowed them to exist in a position in the spaces of comfort that they have enjoyed for centuries. And then you come this little Negro or that Negro or them Negroes thinking they finna wake up a Negro who I've eaten off the flesh, the dead carcass of. Hey man, get rid of him or send his dumb Negroes, pay agents, your dumb Negroes to kill your brother who is out here fighting for you.
My brother, you
take their money. Take if they give it to
it's
you, take it. And then if they give me some money, I'm gonna take it too. And say I'm taking it in your face, and I'm gonna keep doing what I'm gonna do. Now come get it, Pop.
I gotta expound on something like that. A lot of people don't know the work that my foundation has done.
Yeah.
Brothers that know me, like you're coming to know me. In 2009, I came right over here to the West Side. They had a program called the Neighborhood Initiative Program, right? I was given $22,000 and put in probably the most worst neighborhood. The worst neighborhood in Chicago at the time was East Garfield Park, right?
Right.
They thought they gave me some money. They thought they were gonna take the money and go get them a Cadillac with it and all like that.
Right.
I took the money and the brothers that was in the community, I gave them the money and gave them jobs and say, bring the shorties to my program at Relevant Middle Church so we can start to teach them. Okay. 3 times a week they would come to my program and I started to teach them about self. I started teaching them about how to deal when the police come up to you. Don't run. Don't do none of that. Stand there and talk intelligently. The crime rate went down because now I had brothers from different cliques sitting down because brothers that's in the cliques, y'all got something in common. Y'all black men. It ain't no such thing as a GD or vice lord. Put that out of your head. We black men. We in the struggle. We got one enemy. That's the white man in this government that want to kill us all. So that's the reason why I'm here today. I got these brothers and sisters with me saying, let's stop killing each other. Because when we stop killing each other, they can't kill us. If we stop killing each other,
that's right.
They can't kill us because then we can expose the police with the black face and the hands.
Thank you.
The ones that's doing the dirt, causing the dissension between black people.
Stop getting us in guerrilla warfare. This is guerrilla warfare that they're practicing.
You got to understand the
slide with the media, on the slide with the media. They control the media. Let me ask y'all something. In all due seriousness, and this is outside of Chicago, but I still got to say this. There was a woman gunned down, shot 5 times
in Houston,
in Baytown, Texas.
I know what I said. I was just down in Houston with my son 2 months ago.
Right. Like a dog. Shut that woman down like a dog. Now you don't see it on the media. You don't see it on the media.
No.
You don't see it on the media. What got Laquan? Like, I was there at the Simpsons. What got that out? It took social media and activists to get that out. Otherwise, they had no intention of showing that. As a matter of fact, they spent our tax money copying it up.
That's total control, right?
Listen, if they're controlling the media, they can beat us in our sleep.
Yep. And see,
because while we sleep,
and that's the
the media. Listen, man, I'm just gonna be 100, and I said it before, and I'm gonna say it again. First of all, They don't fear black men because we boys.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
We have
Come
always
on with it.
their
Come on with it.
boys.
Yeah.
That
Right.
we are a boy. And when you become a man, this is what men do. First of all the men's associated with that girl.
Raise up.
First of all, you're not gonna kill my wife.
That's right.
You're not
My
gonna
cousin,
kill
my
my
sister.
aunties. You're not gonna kill my children
Unanswered.
and think I'm gonna allow the court to deal with you. You kill mine's eye for an eye, since y'all claiming the
Bible, that's what the
about
Bible
the
said.
Hello,
Right.
First of all, I don't care who you are. If you do
So-
something to my woman,
That's right.
my
I'm
family,
going to
That's
get
right.
in that
as an
bed.
officer, while your white woman sits at home and raise your children in peace.
Right,
We're not
right.
If
going
you
like that.
do something to my wife,
We're not
my
doing that.
family, I'm kicking your door in and I'm dealing with you the way you treat me.
That's right.
You don't get peace for what?
That's
That's
right.
right.
That's
How
right.
y'all get peace for what? When we got a government that got military soldiers on every corner of the world
That's right.
control.
That's right.
And we don't understand that we have to control our communities, our block, our households, and
And we
schools
have to
and
unite.
commerce and economics. War, money, business
That's right.
is war. Business is war. That's why Arabs, foreigners come in our
And they
community,
captured.
usurp our funding,
That's right.
usurp our ignorant money,
That's
and
right.
they take our money and buy politicians to give zoning and licenses to destroy us further. And we watch our politicians go right to the bank and kissing these these Arabs, these
Speak the
Indians,
truth now.
and all these white folks downtown, but to get a pat on the back, you're a good boy.
Yep. And you know what?
And the problem with all
let
And
me
we
say
ain't,
this.
we
Okay,
ain't
let me say
did nothing.
And let me say this, and I got to touch on this since you said that, man. Nat Turner, had 1,000 men, and he said that
All across the country.
he first he said who is willing to die for the cause, and about 900 brothers stepped up.
That's right.
Okay, and then he said the 100 that didn't step up, he said
them.
the
Them the
first
first
thing
one.
you turn around and you kill them.
Yeah.
And so
Them the
what I
first
was
one.
alluding to earlier, I got brothers all over this country. O Street, I love you down in Davenport, man. Tony Lowry out there in California. I got brothers like us all over. We in different places. You know what I'm saying? But what we have right now is a situation to where the men got to step up. We got to get rid of these politicians.
We fail to unite, we
because
shall surely fail.
if we don't, and this is what I was talking to my brother about this morning, we have political leaders in key places. They're not for black people. They're taking the money. They're choking off the funding for the black community. They're selling these licenses and lots to the Arabs and everybody else.
That's right.
There,
Right.
while they watch our children die, they watch our schools close, they continue to get that pat on the back. But guess what? I'm like Nat Turner. It's time to kill
Let me
them.
tell you.
It's
let
time
me
to
tell
move
you,
them, dog.
Let me tell you. See, people think killing, and I want y'all to get this clear.
Come on with
So
that
you don't
right
have
now.
to tell
Yes,
the FBI.
come on with
you
killing.
don't have to
Let's
tell the
clear this up. Clear
FBI,
this up.
the CIA, or the police.
Tell them how we're going to kill them.
More than capable of killing you by cutting off your resources.
Yes, sir.
We're more than capable of killing you by teaching and raising our people to stand up. But yes, we will kill you physically if we must do that as well.
Exactly.
What I'm telling you is this. How is it possible that your brothers is out here starving and hurting, right?
Yes.
They would watch, and I've seen this happen. And I've on several occasions. This woman coming out with her link, cashing her check at the Kirk's Exchange, doing all the things that she need to do as an elder woman coming out, and a sister and it's another instance of another sister coming out the Kirk's Exchange just to pay some bills. The little brother catch the sister coming out the Kirk's Exchange and it say, I'm gonna rob you. Hit her upside the head, say, I'm gonna rob you, give me your money. She say, you can have all what's in my purse. But just let me get my IDs up out of there, because it's so hard to get this. Look Look what the sister is pleading for.
Right,
But look,
exactly.
check it out.
Shame.
You can have the IDs. She said, "Go and rob me. Do what you're gonna do." Okay, I accept it. I've been robbed, but give me my IDs and stuff because it's too hard for me to get that stuff back. But we, as men, and these little brothers, they will watch Arabs make 30, 40, 50,000 a day from our community. And I ask y'all, people out there listening and watching, the Arab do fear us. They don't fear us because we only hurt and kill one another.
Yep.
I've never seen the Brinks truck pull up to collect no money out of a store after closing or before closing. I'm not promoting you go rob these people.
But
I'm
they
giving
taking the
you
money
some logic.
themselves.
I'm giving you some logic where you would kill, take $200-300 from your sister and threaten her life. But these cowards that give nothing back to your community, sleep with your women and do all manner of disrespectful aspects in our neighborhoods, they don't respect you. They walk up out that place with a pocket and a bag full of money, and you don't smack him upside his head to do nothing. And I'm telling you, I'm not promoting this. I'm telling you, rational logic and reasoning, man. You would lay here and let these ones come in our neighborhoods, and the gangs who still call themselves flagging this and flagging that from every clique, corner, and block, and even the old heads that still out here doing what they doing. These clowns come through our neighborhood, victimize our women and children, and we got to know to stand on one another, but we don't stand on them cowards.
And
we
you know,
crazy.
and that's the war that they're winning, because in their minds, we've been conditioned. Some of us have been conditioned. We got the blinders on. That's the only way we can survive is by destroying each other. See, that's the mindset that this government has given our young people, because we haven't been out there to cuff them. And I'm not saying that it's all our fault, but it's part of our fault because they don't know what to do. They're not listening to a brother Muhammad who are talking about the things we need to do, solutions that we could take to make a difference. Because the war inside their mind, the white man, I'm thinking, I just got to survive each day. I got to get a penny here, and I got to take it from my own people. So that mindset, it's a spirit.
Yeah,
it's a spirit.
It's hard to teach these young folks. It's hard to really teach young folks to really do right. They look at the older people, they look at their peers, they look at the new generation, and they haunt you due to the fact that they can't have it. It's not about all you can't have it. The thing is can you go and get it for yourself? There is no unity when you don't think about having self-employment for yourself, getting a job for yourself, helping your family. Like he said, they don't knock people's heads out. They only come after us as black men and black women. They only knock their heads out, steal their money, kill them, rape them. But on the news, you don't hear them say, "Man, this white lady got knocked in the head."
It's not gonna
happen.
That's because it's not happening.
Because like you said earlier, the white folks are treating you like boys. Back in the day, they said in slavery, they said boy.
Again, let's go back to this the cause mass incarceration. After mass incarceration, after you took the leadership off of the street, you turned around there where they have to go if they get caught. You got control over that. If these cliques know that when they get to the tip, they're gonna face consequences and circumstances.
Stay out of jail.
But
we gonna get some order out of chaos. If on these blocks, these men, these old heads, open their mouth, what my man T.I. say, stand up.
Yeah.
Hold on, listen, shorties.
Bro, I'm gonna say this at my own detriment because I fear nobody but God.
Amen.
The old heads have become gatekeepers, bro.
That's all.
They have become gatekeepers, man.
Yep,
you know how many calls I get from old heads telling me to cool down, man, because don't be this, don't be that. Yep. Man,
they
listen,
scared.
bro.
They scared.
If you think, listen, they don't have enough sense to get 100 million and split it amongst the people.
Hello.
We get crumbs.
Right.
If you're gonna gatekeep on something, JB came through our communities.
Sure.
You want to be governor? Pastors all letting them in the church. You want to be governor?
Right.
That's right.
Give our community. I need 100 million on the table.
That's right.
Because And in no other community can you go in and do anything without you come into grips with whatever mob, Italian, Irish, Jewish, whatever that looks like for them. Coming to the table and kiss the ring and say you want to do what in our neighborhoods, in our community.
That's right.
This is what you're gonna do.
That's right.
And how bad you want that?
Yeah. And that's the whole thing of it is. You don't see Mexicans selling corn and tamales in the black community.
On our corn.
You go and you see the Chinese selling Chinese food on our corner. You know what I'm saying? You see all of these other people, the Arabs, they come into the black community taking this. But I guarantee you this, you ain't gonna see a black man in the white community.
Your car. No, you go set your car up in your little chicken wings and your watermelon.
You going to jail?
No, you ain't going to jail. I'm gonna tell you, it's gonna rot.
They're gonna put you in jail for not
they ain't gotta touch you.
A license.
They don't have to touch you. They don't have to worry about no license. Because you ain't gonna sell nothing.
You ain't gonna be able to get out the car.
True that.
Ain't nobody they gonna go past.
True that. But my brother, let me interject. My brother, you know I just came from Springfield. We went down there with cannabis.
Cannabis.
Yes. My brother right here also.
That's right.
And we down here and we fighting with President for this legislation. Because now wait a minute, they got $175 million. If this go over and whatever, and we go down there, we only asked for $45 million. And that was wasn't at the table when that agreement happened. But let's take a look at this. How can you deny me in all these years?
We've been
incarcerated everybody.
We got X's on our back. We can't get the license to do it.
You can do what I want to do. It's gonna break.
What?
You good? Well, I can do what I want to do.
What you want to do, man?
That's what I'm saying. That's what the people saying. I'm saying that the government can do what they want to do because they have no strong men standing up and saying, "Thus said the Lord, you ain't gonna do this. Okay. We ain't allowing it. You ain't bringing a cannabis dispensary or nothing in our neighborhood
unless them black people own it."
That's right.
Unless we own
stand up.
You ain't gonna create no policies. You're not gonna create You're not gonna create no policies that allow you to regulate. Oh, you've been incarcerated, or you're a felon.
Hey, that's right. Doesn't matter.
You ain't gonna create that, and then think we're not gonna be a part.
Now let me tell you. I've been sitting and watching this bill for a few years now. When they first brought the medical stuff in, and I knew it was just a matter of time before they do a recreational. Right. But what they had to do, they had to figure and craft the bill so that it could legitify that them recompensating the black community and brothers by giving them expungement of records. But the trick to this is, and this is why I don't want brothers to get caught up on this. Okay, the white man has figured out how to make his money by selling weed. We're gonna get on brothers an expungement, but we're not gonna give them no money for the life, the time they spent in jail. But guess what? We're gonna offer them jobs.
No.
We're gonna give y'all jobs. See,
they don't want to get that restitution out there.
But listen to what I'm saying now. His mindset saying, yeah, we screwed y'all over bad. But guess what? We're gonna be a good master. We're gonna get the dope trade in the black community. Y'all gonna go out there and y'all gonna work for us, and y'all gonna help make us money. But to y'all Negroes out there who ain't got the money, who plan to put the money together, they're gonna make you work under them. So the black people is not gonna really own anything in the marijuana business, but he gonna be working for an overseer, and he gonna become a millionaire, but he still ain't gonna own shit.
Yeah, right. That's what we got. That's what we got.
All the permits they coming
out. And that's what we have to do. We have to look at that bill and make sure it's crafted so black people can own their own dispensaries. We can own expedited licenses. Growers. We can own our own, and if somebody gonna get high, let them get a high reefer.
but see, this is the thing,
that's
man.
that good stuff.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna give you.
Give me that good stuff.
Let the truth be told. Let it be told.
Well, listen. As someone, although I did everything drug under the sun, hash to blow to weed, I never used none. I never partaken in any substance. I never even had a drink. only had one drink, and that was a wine cooler at graduation, and that was too much. So I'm saying to y'all is that just like the 60s, man, you put the people in a zombie state. All these people are walking around like zombies while the government and why these ones enrich themselves. They build in magnificent structures all downtown and living in heaven on earth while we sitting here in church praying about a heaven that no one ever came back to tell you that it ever exists.
I didn't see it.
Who in the world has come back with you pastors, you Christians, what you be, all your monotheistic religion, Judaism, Islam, and Christianity, have come back to tell you that what you read in the scriptures is true. See, that's why Jesus said, let this mind be in you as it is in Christ Jesus, thy will be done on earth.
That's right.
As it is in heaven. Now, you can keep on missing on earth if you want to.
That's right.
One thing white folks don't do, they not missing on earth.
Nope. And you know,
and they are not. They see every not. White folks do not worship spook God.
That's right.
Black folks worship spook gods that they can never identify that even looks like them. That's why it's been embedded in us for so long to worship images. And when you ever have a black leader that stands up that look like you, that you can look to and honor, they destroy him. They try to kill him, his credibility, or they do whatever, because you are not someone that, who are you to have Negroes loving you and liking you because of your integrity in this? You can't be that. You have to be like us.
Okay, we got 5 minutes, man. Brother Muhammad, your last words.
Man, listen, all I got to say is, man, hard trials are necessary to establish truth. And if we don't go through no trials, that's one thing I love about the brothers on the street, because in them your brothers, in them the hard-headed brothers you talk about, is our freedom.
That's right.
They fear nothing.
That's right.
They respect nothing. So once you build an army of them type of brothers that finally come around to respect an individual, trust me and believe me,
the war is over. We're gonna get what we can. Sister, go ahead.
Hey, the war ends when y'all come together. The war ends when people unite with strong men, not boys, but men to fight this race. We are here to establish a self-preservation for self, not selves. Not be ignorant to the cause of saying, hey, I'm going to just do. You got to do it for a reason. You got to do it to want to be somebody. You know, if, like they said earlier, don't run away. Stand there and be a man about your business.
That's right.
Don't hit your female. Don't go out here belating everybody else. Be who you are. Be the person that your great-great-grandfather became. That's it.
Go ahead.
Mass incarceration behind us. There must be a counteraction for every action, and behind mass incarceration, we ain't sweet. We finna take it to these just that didn't occur.
You hear me?
There must be a counterattack to the mass incarceration.
Boy, you know what? This is a great show, and I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Again, I'm asking folks to share this. What you're hearing here, you're not going to hear on Maze Jackson. So you're not going to hear this on Tom Joyner. You ain't going to hear this on Steve Harvey with his trick, in other words. But let me say this, and these are my last words. People, if you're having problems out here, the people in this room, we understand on how to fight. But Muhammad, the years he's spent, the years that I've spent out here on the battleground by myself, the years Massey, all of us have been on the plane of war, but we haven't been together in one house. See, what God is doing now, he's taking those who are not afraid, those who are going to tell the truth, those who are going to stand up, because the millennium need us right now.
That's right.
The generations that that we spawned that went to get the educations, all the college brothers and sisters, all of them ain't bad. But guess what? The war is at your front door. Because, see, it's going to spill into your house. Your kids are going to experience this, and you're not going to know how to handle it. So what I'm saying is this. It's time for brothers and sisters to have common sense, to have a conscience. You know that what's going on is not right. Police should not be killing black people. Black people shouldn't be killing black people. But we got to quit turning our heads the other way. We have to start looking at what we need to do to survive. And just like our brothers of the cloth, the preachers out here, they're not doing what they say they're going to do. They have a different agenda. That means brothers like Ty, Carlos, myself, all y'all brothers out here who have a conscience that God is talking to you in your ear. He's saying, stand up.
Stand up.
The preachers keep saying, let's bend down and pray. But I'm asking my people, stand up and shake this monkey off your back. Stand up, because we will rise like a rose out the concrete. The black community was rise. So let us stand up for our economics. Let us stand up for our people. Let us stand up for our children. Let us stand up for our women. Let us stand up for our elders. And when we stand up, God will bless us. You're listening to IntellectualRadio.com. I'm your host, David L. Lowry Jr. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Welcome aboard, Brother Muhammad. Brother Carlos, you can come back anytime to the show. Let's make this work. God bless you and peace. Let's become a nation within a nation.
I'm married to the truth. Married to the truth. Yeah, I'm married to the truth.